This is part 3 of simulation and analysis of serial link system. In this video, we'll set up analysis option before performing the channel analysis of serial link system. Then in the next section, we will run the simulation. So let's get started. In the very first step, we will load the project. To do that, you have to first download it from the link given in the description. Then you can open Topology Explorer 22.1. Select Advanced SI2 license from Cadence product choices and click on OK. Once the topology workbench is open, you can click over Open Existing Design. Locate where you have extracted the file and click on Open button. Now after opening the topology, we are going to set analysis options. To do that, you have to click over Setting Analysis Options from the Workflow System SI, and Analysis option window will open. First, we are going to configure the circuit simulations. To do that, you have to click over Circuit Simulation tab. And here make sure you have selected the correct simulator, which will be SPD sim in our case. Then we are going to set the corners. In our case, we are going ahead with typical corners, but in your case, if you want, you can select multiple corners here. If you select multiple corners here, then you'll get different results for different corners. Then in the next step, you have to select custom simulation name, which we will going to rename it once we'll run the simulation. Then let's move to another tab, which will be Channel Simulation tab. In the Channel Simulation tab, we are going to configure the Characterization tab, I Distribution Method, BERI, and Channel Simulation Control. In the Characterization tab, make sure you have selected the time step for 2. Launch delay will be 0 nanoseconds. Step duration will be 30 nanoseconds. Then in the I Distribution method, we are going to select Time Domain Response. In case of BERI, let's select that, and we are going to plot for both time and voltages. In the next step, we are going to configure IO Models and Stimulus tab. So let's click on that. In the Models and Stimulus tab, first make sure you have selected the correct ignore time, which will be 200 nanoseconds in our case. Minimum number of bits will be 100,000 bits. Bit sample rate will be 32. And select BR floor will be e to the power minus 16. And the number of bits for display will be 1000. Then in the next step, we are going to configure transmitter parameters. So here you can see, as of now, we have selected the data rate for 1 Gbps. Baud rate will be 1 gigabaud per second. Stimulus should be random. And from here you can configure the signaling. Either you can go for NRZ or PAM 3 and 4. Then we can click on transmitter jitter and noise. To edit that, you have to click over this E button. And here you can configure different parameters here. In our case, we are going to select its sinusoidal, and its frequency will be 60 Hz and amplitude will be 5 UI, and click on OK button. So here we have defined the jitter for transmitter. Next, we are going to configure the receiving parameter. So let's click over Receiver tab. Click over Define the receiving jitter and noise. And here make sure you have selected the random jitter and random noise here for 1 millivolt and 1 UI, and click over OK. So that's it. We have defined all the analysis options. Let's close this window. Click over Zoom Fit, and next we are going to run the simulation. We are going to run the simulation. To do that, you have to click over Start Channel Simulation from the System SI workflow. Let's rename this simulation as Serial Link System _1 sim and click over OK. This simulation will take a couple of minutes. So once the simulation is done, we can see a couple of plots here. In the next step, let's save this topology. To do that, you have to go to Topology and click over Save button. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll talk about different simulation results. For more tutorials, visit us at resources.emaeda.com and don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel.